Does Pilates actually do anything? Pilates has been alive and well now for a couple of decades. From your favorite Hollywood movie stars, to your favorite influencers, to your neighborhood Pilates lady. But does it live up to its hype? Chapter 1. A brief history. Meet Joseph Pilates. Yes, a man invented Pilates, since men like to look down on Pilates and how it is such a girl sport. Joseph Pilates was born in Germany 1883, and he suffered from asthma, rickets, and rheumatic fever since he was a child. Joseph Pilates was a sickly child who overcame his physical ailments through various forms of exercise he usually did outside in the sun, which cured his rickets. Talk about that vitamin D magic, baby, which we know not only treating rickets, but it is also anti-aging, boosts mood, and we know that happier people tend to live longer and healthier lives. But that doesn't mean scalding yourself tanning at 2 p.m. in the scorching sun. I'm watching you, okay? Joseph Pilates dedicated himself to improving his physical fitness, including gymnastics, bodybuilding, boxing, and martial arts. He also explored Eastern disciplines like yoga and Zen meditation, as well as anatomy and animal movements. He developed this system of exercising, which he initially called contourology. He used available equipment like bed springs that could be adapted to different fitness levels and injuries and be available anywhere, even in prison. He moved to the United States with his wife Clara and opened a studio in New York City, which attracted athletes, dancers, and celebrities. The Pilates method gains popularity for its ability to improve technique, recover from injury, and enhance overall physical fitness. Pilates published books like Your Health, 1934, and Return to Life through Contourology, 1945, to promote his method. It was only after his death in 1967 that his method Contourology was called Pilates in honor of him and his lifelong dedication to developing the sport. More than Pilates and Hawaiian ladies, but first of all, have you seen my lip gloss? Have you seen it? Have you seen how pretty it is? Actually, the camera does not do it justice because it's very sparkly. It's full of little champagne sparkles, which ironically is called champagne sparkle from my own brand, GIGI ELEGANT, which now you can order for a limited time offer 50% off because we're launching. So yeah, if you want to support me, head to our website or our social media. You can DM us, and we're always adding new shades. It takes me a while to develop a new shade because I put in so much effort to perfecting every single shade. It would have the maximum amount of shininess without being too sticky, and also the color shades. It's very important to me to match as much skin tones as possible. It's technically impossible to create a shade that matches every skin color, but I'm working on maximizing that. You can also control that through the pigment because they are quite pigmented. So right now we have 3 shades and we are adding on them. And we are also going to add some new products soon. So check our website and follow us on our social medias. Thank you for all your love and support. Chapter 2. Pilates Now. Like everything good, capitalism has its way of ruining it. And now Pilates is considered a rich activity, which defies the whole purpose why Joseph Pilates created it, which is to be available anywhere and everywhere to improve health, prevent injury, and enhance overall quality of life. Thanks to the toxic Pilates culture and the Pilates princess aesthetic. And listen, I'm all about aesthetics, and if that motivates you to improve your life and health in any way, by all means, do it. But I'm talking about, can't you see the cognitive dissonance in here? It's quite baffling to say the least. And the whole Pilates princess aesthetic, it's quite impossible.
It's totally okay to take breaks. Just a reminder, each class is $42. That got you up
for an average wage to maintain. The LSATs, the expensive Pilates classes, even the online ones are quite overpriced. And also going back to the toxic skinny culture, which we have spent years trying to undo its damage. Not to mention the prejudice against plus-size women and women of color and men trying to do Pilates.
If you're 200 pounds, you shouldn't be in a Pilates class. There's no reason why they should allow 200-pound people in a level 2 class. Or you shouldn't be allowed to be a Pilates instructor if you have a gut.
I'm well over 200 pounds. I do Pilates. I've actually taken a college course in Pilates, and I was a marketer for one of the biggest chain gyms in America. So let's get ready for Pilates while we talk about this. Fat people can never catch a break. People get angry at us when we're fat, or they get mad at us because we want to work out. One, fat people can do Pilates. Fat people can have just as much athleticism as skinny people, believe it or not. Pilates instructors can very much have a stomach. They're normal people.
When a culture defies the whole purpose of why a sport was created, suspicious. Chapter 3. Conclusions. Aside from all that toxic culture talk, how can you actually use Pilates to your benefit? There are a couple of questions that we need to answer to get to that conclusion, and I need you to answer it with me. This is my own conclusion and my own understanding, and I want you to add to this conversation in the comments so we can get the maximum benefit together. It's always a good idea to get multiple point of views and multiple perspectives. So, number 1, is Pilates good for changing your body? The brief answer is no. Pilates has yet remotely any form of resistance to change the actual shape of your body and put on a reasonable amount of muscle mass to change your body's shape and size. Will you build some muscle? Yeah, you will build a little bit of muscles, especially if your starting point is very sedentary. If you do Pilates and change your diet, changing your diet will always change your body shape. For changing your body shapes, I always and will always recommend weightlifting and resistance exercise. And not for just that, we have so much more benefits aside from aesthetic, which aesthetic is important. I'm not going to just brush over it like nothing. That would be really disconnected from reality, right? I have made a whole video about the importance of resistance exercise that you can watch here if you want to know more about that. But for now, Pilates alone, it won't change your body shape. Pilates and diet, yes, diet is the number 1 most important factor for reducing your fat. Your body fat percentage is what you want to lose. You do not want to just lose weight, because losing muscles will actually make you look very bad. Yeah, that Ozempic butt, have you seen it? Not a good look, right? And I'd hate to be the one saying it, but Pilates body is a myth. It's essentially a combination of genetics and the diet that is associated with the whole Pilates culture, not Pilates itself. Because if you do Pilates and you still eat junk food and you live your very sedentary lifestyle, overall, you would not get the Pilates body, okay? Now, number 3, and this is my personal favorite. I'm not exaggerating when I say it has changed my life. If you're dealing with chronic pain, Pilates will change your life, because it definitely did mine. And I have been weightlifting for quite over 8 years now. Nothing managed my pain like Pilates did. I still stand by weightlifting and resistance training, but it can get quite tedious and strenuous for your body, especially if you are already dealing with chronic pain. Pilates for pain and for maybe countering the damage that weightlifting can have on your body, because again, it can be very strenuous. That's why we need to do some deloading, a deloading week every couple of weeks to undo all the damage, to give your body and your nervous system time to recover from all that load. And quite ironically, studies have shown that forms of exercising like Pilates and yoga is superior to normal exercising to manage chronic pain. And I think Pilates deserves the shot from everybody, even if you're not dealing with chronic pain or not want to change your body weight or shape in any way, shape or form. It's quite fun, actually. Yeah, and it's quite humiliating. You think you're athletic? Baby, no. Baby, no. You're not. Just try it once and you understand what I'm talking about. If you want to go ahead and book that expensive class, go ahead and do it. The world is yours, girly pop. But if you can't and you do not want to splurge that much money, YouTube follow-along Pilates video will humiliate you in the best way possible. Move with Nicole. Girl, I love you, but well, I'll just leave it there. I love you. Okay, thank you for changing my life and my pain to be able to function like a normal human being again. So should you do Pilates? Yes. Should you expect this massive aesthetic change from it? No. Will it change your life? It depends, but yes. This is essentially what it has been created for. To improve overall physical fitness, preventing injury, healing your body. And that's what my man, Joseph Pilates, was all about, right? So maybe, just maybe, we should do the sport for the intention it was created for. And that's all that I have for you now, amore. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something new. See you in the next one, and remember, take care of yourself and your loved ones. Ciao, amore.